Computers. They are all around us. They are ubiquitous. We have them in our pockets, we have them in our homes, and we have them in our cars. We use them every single day as we search on Google or Bing, as we watch a movie on Netflix, as we update a post on Facebook. Computer science is the field that studies computers. It studies computers, how they work, how do you program them, and how they can make our everyday life a reality, easier, more enjoyable. I would like to tell you about some startling statistics. We have what we call STEM disciplines. You have mathematics, a variety of sciences, biology, chemistry, physics, engineering, and computer science. 8% of the students studying STEM disciplines are in computer science. No big deal. We have many fields represented, so 8% must be a good number. However, 71% of jobs in the STEM disciplines require a computer science degree. So you have 8% of the student population that are getting 71% of the jobs. That's a huge, huge gap there. I've got a few more things to point out which are really going to startle you. The parents want kids to study, their kids. They want them to study computer science. 9 out of 10. But we have very, very few students. So then I'd like to ask you, why? One of the problems in our K-12 educational system in the United States is that very few schools teach computer science. 1 in 4 schools teach it. And you might be, well, that produces lots of viable students that could pursue computer science. Well, the problem is that many of those schools, although they teach it, they don't allow those credits to go towards graduation, towards meeting math and science requirements. 70% of the states in the United States do not recognize computer science courses towards graduation of a high school degree. So then, is this such a hard problem? I mean, why can't we figure this out? Well, we have countries like China that have figured it out. 100% of their high school graduates can use computer science towards their graduation requirements. All right, if I haven't convinced you yet, okay, we have a small number of students. Now, let me show you the statistics behind the advanced placement exams. If you aren't familiar with them, they are the exams that students in high school take to get college credit. And you can take them in all sorts of disciplines. You can take them in history, in English, in physics, and math, and computer science. Out of that pie chart that you see here, the red slither is computer science students taking advanced placement tests. It's in the single-digit numbers. To make it even worse, we have a minority problem in computer science. We have 20% of that small slither are women. This goes all the way from high school to universities to the career path. Single-digit percentages of that small slither are minorities like African American. We have a real fundamental problem here. And you know, it's not because computer scientists don't make money. We're actually, in computer science, if you get a computer science degree, you are at the top. You make the most money within a lifetime. So what's the problem? I mean, we have something that parents want. We have something that everybody uses. Something that makes a lot of money. So what is the problem? This data shows you the number of graduates out of a computer science program in the United States over the last 50 years. The field is 50 years old, so it started at 0. It has a few ups and downs, which go along with the economy. But the really startling thing is that today, we have about the same number of graduates that we had in 1985. I don't know if you realize this, but computers have been exponentially growing in capabilities for the last 40, 50 years. Every 18 months, they have doubled in performance. The cost has decreased at a similar rate. We have gone from millions of dollars that computers used to cost to only a few dollars. You can buy a computer for $5 today, a Raspberry Pi Zero. So when I look at data like this, it just boggles my mind with how ubiquitous computing is, how we cannot have more computer science majors. It's not as dark as it might seem. Many are predicting that in the next 5 years we're going to have a huge surge in computer science. They're talking about 10x the number of computer science majors, which is a wonderful thing because we have a lot of job openings. However, there's still going to be 1 million unfilled jobs in the USA for computer science degrees. So even though we're going to grow 10x in the next 5 years by many people's expectations, we're still going to be in the deficit. So then, what is this really about? I think the punchline here is that we are on the verge of a revolution. Computing is ubiquitous, it's all around us, it's inexpensive, it's virtually free. And we need the workforce, the educated workforce, to help make computing a reality over the next few decades. So you might think that, well, computer science is for that brainiac on stage. It's got it's a university professor. It's not for me. And I'd like to tell you that it is. It is for everyone. We've got a picture here with my 4th grade son, who together with his younger brother, who's a 2nd grader, built a tablet from scratch. Raspberry Pi, touchscreen, Linux, no big deal. They get to play Minecraft. They get to program with visual interfaces. I've got high school students, women, undergraduate students going to competitions, students that get their Ph.D. degrees. And hopefully someday some of these people will end up like Bill Gates, which I'm sure everybody knows. He has revolutionized the way that we do computing with the work that he's been doing. And other big names that I could be up here for another 10 minutes telling you about all these wonderful people in computing. There are some awesome resources that everybody can get access to. Code.org is an amazing educational resource for teachers, for students, for parents. We have things like the Raspberry Pis, which make computing very, very inexpensive. That's a $5 computer that can do just about anything you want it to do. I'd like to end with a quote from one of the computer visionaries of our field, Ian Foster, professor at the University of Chicago and researcher at Argonne National Laboratory. And he said that computing can be compared in terms of breadth and depth to the invention of reading, writing, and mathematics, which is very profound and has significant impact on our everyday life. Thank you.